Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And earlier today, somebody emailed me this drawing, and it's just too thin. I've colored it in. This is actually what they sent me, this file right here. And it's a bunch of pretty cool vines and stuff, but as you can see, it needs to be welded, and it's really, really thin in most spots. And when I first saw it, I thought, this isn't going to be something I can help them with, but it's really pretty easy, and I do a couple things different. This is the one that she sent me, just I color filled it, and then this one is the one I produced. Now we've lost a little bit of detail, and if I had it to do over again, I would try to keep these the same size, but all I did was contour this, and it's really pretty easy. It's a bunch of repeatable steps that are kind of boring, and we're going to lose a little bit of detail, like right on here where this flower has more than one ring. But then after I started looking at it, I thought this can be done. So we've got a shape that's 22 inches. So I'm going to set my nudge factor on 25. This is where your nudge factor really helps you. And I'm not going to, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm going to show you how I would do it. So we've broken it apart. I ungrouped the whole thing. I'm going to nudge over one click. I'm going to get that vine, and I'm going to nudge over one click. I'm going to take those two objects and select them both, and I'm going to weld them together so the leaf doesn't have the stem. Well, let me just back up here, and here's the difference. The leaf's got this stem, so when we weld it together, the stem goes away. Now it's still too thin, but we can contour it. So we go to Effects, Contour. I just made up a number of 0.09, and you got to remember I enlarged this quite a bit. Put Apply. Now this is where the nudge factor helps you, and so we're going to go up and also treat all objects as filled. So we're going to break the contour apart, and then I'm going to click in the center of that leaf, and I'm going to hit the arrow key over one time, and I just took the interior one. It's because it treated it as filled. Then I'm going to go down with my new one. So I went over with one and down with the new one. Then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to cursor over one. I'm going to cursor over one. I'm going to select them both. I'm going to weld them together, and see your contour box is already open. Contour, Control K to break them apart, and I'm getting the red one out of the way, and I'm taking the black one down. Take this one, move it over, move your leaf over. Sometime when you double click, you get the shape tool. Let me zoom in here a little bit again. And select both those, weld them, contour them, break them apart, grab the center of that, because all objects are treated as filled, and go down. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Now this one right here did cause a little bit of problem, so I will do it, because it's got like double lines. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and actually it moved it way over there. I'm going to move it up out of the way. I'm going to take the single one and move it over. I'm going to move that over, or out of the way. I'm going to move this one over. I'm just getting the single lines. So I got the double that one. I'm going to go up with it. So now I've got these two flowers, or three petals of a flower. I'm going to group them together, because if you didn't take out those interior rings, it will not weld. Contour it, break contour apart, click on the center, you get your red, click on your black, and go down. So we've got these done, and I'm just going to make the video a little shorter. I'm going to just take, and when I'm all through, I'm going to just weld this together, and voila, you've got a thicker line than you had before. Now there are some leaves in here that are doubled up, so you're going to lose a little bit of uh, shape. But I would just take the outer leaf maybe and leave the inner leaf, because what I did in the first picture, I took one of the leaves and then I still contoured them. Well, I think this looks better than this. And there's a couple of things wrong. I think I had a little trouble with this curlicue and I didn't contour it as much. But this would cut out or engrave really well. We've got it, you left click, right click hairline. Now I'm not going to say the 0.09 is going to be the exact answer, because this thing is 22 inches, and let's just measure one of the parts with our parallel dimension tool. That right there to that right there is only a third of an inch. So that's still pretty little. So you might want to contour a little bit more, but then again, you're going to lose some of this. So this is these are some really good drawings, but they're really detailed and really fine. This one is going to take a lot of work. I'm not going to say I picked the easiest one, but I definitely didn't pick the hardest one. Some of these would be a little bit more work, but they could be done. Like this one in particular would have to be contoured to the outside, big enough to engulf these leaves and then weld the whole thing. Anyway, I hope that helped her a little bit, and thank you for watching.